singers out there. This is Sybil Sinz, opera singer and vocal coach, and I'm coming to you today with take 10 of Take a Minute with Sybil Sinz, where I'm offering singers across the world great advice on voice lessons and vocal coaches. Yesterday we talked about how pain in your throat is never a good idea. Pain in your throat is never okay. So if you are feeling pain when you sing, you need to stop. And you need to seek out some professional help. Seriously, you need to go see a vocal coach, contact a vocal coach. If you can't find one in your area, please feel free to contact me. That is why I'm doing these videos. So for those of you who are a little apprehensive about reaching out to vocal coaches, you don't know who to contact or where to go for help, hey, it's Sybil Sinz. And I'm open to helping whoever would like to talk to me. Today we are doing a breathing exercise. And so remember, we talked about breathing. And we talked about yawning, feeling that nice big placement, that open throat. And then we talked about when you're inhaling through that open throat, that you're making your belly expand like a balloon when you breathe. And then the third part of that is engaging the diaphragm so we can make good use of that breath, so that that feeling at the pit of your stomach or at the bottom of near your pelvic area, that muscle that kind of flexes when you go like you're adding fog onto a piece of glass to clean it off. That's how you engage that muscle. That's how you engage that breath, to move it up and forward through an open space. So together we have an open throat, drop jaw. Our tongue is at the bottom of the floor of our mouth. Our soft palate is raised to the roof. We're expanding like this. Here we go. Big breath. Now you can put your hand on your belly and hold yourself accountable, because some of us kind of fake it and we go like this. If your belly isn't going out or moving, you're not really taking a good breath. So we want to dig deep. Now once we have that breath, we engage it with the and just blow like you're blowing out candles. I want you to have those big cheeks, those big Dizzy Gillespie cheeks, and blowing out like you're blowing out a candle. And so how I use this exercise is sometimes I'll just wake up and engage. I'm just engaging my diaphragm and getting everything ready to go. And I'm controlling it from down low. How I apply this to my music and to my warm-ups, instead of singing no, instead of singing that, I'll breathe on that. Listen, in one breath, lifting all the way through. And so on every single note, when you're singing, when you're blowing on a song, or when you're blowing on a vocal exercise, every single note that you are supposed to vocalize, I want you to feel that that little flex at the bottom on every one. So you're not going to drop in the middle of a phrase. You're going to expand and lift, 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 but on a blow like this. And that's on an exercise. Now, if you don't have a piano at home or you don't know how to use a piano, I use music. And so a lot of my singers, we work on a song, Danny Boy. It's a sort of a classical feeling type of song with lots of long phrases, and it's a kind of a simple song. So here's the first line of it. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. So instead of singing that, I would just breathe through it like this. On every note, lift. Got it? And I kind of ran out of air, and that is the point of these exercises, is that when you're working on some music and you don't have all of the air support that you need, you can change that. You can build that. You can expand these muscles so they can get used to what you need it to do. And so that's why you need to blow and breathe and do breathing exercises on your music, just like you need to learn the notes, just like you need to learn the words. Finding the proper support and training for that is equally, if not more important, because you gotta sing those phrases so it sounds beautiful. Without good support, you sound like crap. right? You sound awful. So you can know all the words and you can know all the notes, but if you don't have a great support, your voice isn't going to ring. It isn't going to be beautiful or professional sounding or radio ready for my pop artists and my R&B and soul and gospel singers. It's not going to be. It's going to sound kind of amateur, like karaoke and open mic. And we want professional sounding voices. So please make sure that you're supporting and you're breathing. Say, for instance, if you're doing like a Queen Naija song or a cover or something, turn on the song with the actual singer singing and blow. And what you're doing is you're training yourself to have probably more than enough support than you need. And that's the great thing. It's like an athlete. Sometimes an athlete, mostly they go harder than actual game day, right? Our boxers in the ring, they're training for like 10, 15, hours a day. But a match is an hour long, right? And so our runners who run 5K, they might be running a 10K every day. So when 5K comes, they get it and it's no problem. So singers, I need you to train the exact same way. You train to have more strength and more endurance than you actually need. So then when it's performance time, it's spectacular. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I hope the breathing exercise, blowing like you're blowing out candles and really engaging that diaphragm by taking a nice deep breath, making your belly go out like a balloon and flexing that lower muscle, and keep lifting, and moving that air forward. We'll talk more about breathing next week. This is the final episode of the week, and I will see you on Monday. Take time to go back and look at some of the videos. If you have any questions, please write me. If you know of any singers who may need some help, do that. And if you know of any great vocal coaches who would like a shout out, then have them tag me or follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's all Sybil Sinz. Please visit my website, SybilSinzMusic.com, and subscribe to my YouTube page, Sybil Sinz Vocal Coach. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Thanks again for tuning in. Bye-bye.